And the randori is the main thing of the black belt test.
This was a lesson in fear and overcoming your fears.
The randori is where the test, that's where the test lies.
Basically, in Taka Sensei's way of thinking, that this is the standard of Shodan, of the black belt.
Randori is a multiple attack, multiple person attack.
You sit on one side of the dojo, 3 guys are facing you, and when he says Hajime, begin, they just run at you full speed and just try to take you down.
In my mind, it's sort of the essence of the form. That is to say, the idea of the form is to be able to deal with more than one attacker at a time. I mean, if you're dealing one-on-one, and certainly we train, that's how we train, but the idea is to finish your form ready for another attack. That is to say, finish in a balanced position. The reason for that is, I mean, O-Sensei was a product of sword culture, and sword culture was very seldom one-on-one. Sword culture was more often more than one attacker against a single opponent. So you have to put your forms together. That is to say, you have to blend with one attack coming at you, neutralize that attack, and then immediately be prepared to deal with the next attacker.
Basically, you let go of everything that you think you know.
It's an exercise in freeing yourself up, of thinking about all these things, of thinking about how your knee hurts, or how this last time this guy clubbed me from the side, or any of that.
If you think, it's too late. If you take the time to make a decision, it's too late. If you hang on to that and you stand in, you think you know, or in other words, your own arrogance or egotism, if you want to call it, if you stand in that, you'll get smashed. And that's the value of the randori, because basically when they says go, these are 3 guys that are one breath away from being in reality on the street. I mean, there's been situations, I think, on the street that I would want rather than this.
You can't be thinking fear, not fear, anything. Because any thought that goes through your head, it's immediately visible in your body, physically.
It's a matter of relieving yourself of having to worry about anything, and being able to deal with whatever situation they can throw at you, whatever 3 minds and the dynamics of 3 people coming at you at full speed can do.
Randori is your first opportunity to get a clue about the infinite number of ways to attack you, to grab you, to punch you, to kick you. And when I say that, I mean that they were free to do that. They could punch, grab, kick, spit, bite, whatever they wanted to do. Of course, on the other hand, you were allowed to do that too.
He didn't even care so much in the randori if you even did a technique. He didn't care what it was you had to do. Whatever it was, as far as he was concerned, that was it.
You just have to do, and you have to do it very quickly.
The main thing is being there in the moment and dealing with nothing but what's there.
When you got more than one person coming at you, and they are all coming at you with the same intent and simultaneously, you don't want to get captured, and you certainly don't want to be taken to the ground.
In that instant, he wants you to think, this is life and death. These guys are going to kill you. If they get you, you're dead.
Once they hit you, I mean, you realize this is for real. And it gives you an opportunity to understand what letting go is all about.
The world doesn't change for anybody. I don't care if you're a woman, I don't care if you're a baby. The world doesn't change. The evil doesn't change out there. All those things that we have to face don't change. Okay? The only way we can teach anybody is by being real. All right? If he can stand up, that's good. If he falls, we'll make him stand up again and again and again. All right? So there it is. There's no favorites in the dojo. There's no women. There's no men. There's no old people. There's no young people. You come up for Shodan, everything is the same.
It was the most serious thing I ever experienced. And I mean, even thinking about it, I get just a knot in my stomach.
Somebody that's 120 pounds is going to have a tougher time dealing with these 3 Mack trucks that are coming after, you know, it doesn't matter. It's what's inside, what you have, your character, and that's what's going to come out in the test.
And you're sitting there and you're trying to like prepare, and you're trying to relax your body, and you're trying to just clear your mind so that everything is, whatever it is that comes to you, can deal with it. It's hard to do. It's hard to relax. It's hard to breathe because you've just been doing techniques and you're a little bit winded. And he can say Hajime at any time. He'll be talking like this, and then all of a sudden go Hajime, you know, and you're supposed to go. So you can't even really be listening to what he's saying.
I'm always looking at them as one. See? I'm trying to string them out. Watching them. And if I have to move, if I have to run, I'll stop and start. I'll come in here, make him think he's got me. Come this way. But as they grab me, one thing I'll never do is let them have me inside. What I'll always try to do is keep that myself.
Going to the ground is not the option. That's not what he's looking for.
You take the test and it's over in a second. If you could stay up, if you could control the 3 people, if you got to the point where he felt you were controlling those people, then you pass. I mean, that was it. You know, you went through the fire and you came out the other side.
At the end of the day is that poor Matsuoka got his tooth knocked out, and another got his shoulder separated, and I had gotten poked in the eye, and it was amazing. We were all over that dojo. We had jumped over the office furniture. We had come under the student benches, and the chairs were knocked out of the way, and it was just incredible. But as real as, you know, it could possibly get.
It's hard. It's the hardest thing I ever did.
Randori, the 3-man attack, teaches you that with your will, you can make anything happen. It teaches you that no matter how bad a situation can get, it teaches you to face those situations with the right mental attitude, the right state of mind.
When you have that mind, that in your mind that at any moment your life could end, but that you don't care. It wouldn't bother you if your life ended. You cannot be afraid to die, basically, is the mindset you have to have.
The practice of Randori kind of allows you not to think about your limitations, and it allows you to go beyond where you thought you could go before. And that is, you know, what everybody needs to be successful anywhere. If you practice that philosophy of letting go and